Emotional boundaries are not about keeping people out, they are about keeping yourself intact. Most people think boundaries are rules you place on others, but boundaries are actually agreements you make with yourself about what you will and will not tolerate emotionally, mentally, and energetically. When boundaries are weak, self respect erodes. When self respect erodes, confidence collapses. And when confidence collapses, identity becomes externally controlled. Today's lesson is about reclaiming your internal authority so your emotions, energy, and decisions are no longer dictated by other people's reactions, expectations, or needs. Self-respect is not an attitude. It is a pattern of behavior. It is built every time you honor your internal signals instead of overriding them to keep peace, avoid discomfort, or maintain approval. Most boundary issues are not caused by other people being demanding. They are caused by you abandoning yourself in moments where discomfort feels unsafe. The nervous system learns early on whether saying no leads to rejection, punishment, or emotional withdrawal. If your system learned that asserting yourself creates instability, you adapted by people pleasing, over explaining, over giving, or staying silent. These are not character flaws, they are learned survival strategies. But survival strategies are expensive. They cost you energy, clarity, and self trust. The first thing to understand is that emotions are contagious when boundaries are absent. If you don't have emotional boundaries, you absorb other people's stress, disappointment, anger, and expectations as if they were your responsibility. Over time, this creates resentment, burnout, and emotional confusion. You start reacting instead of choosing. Strong emotional boundaries allow you to stay compassionate without being consumed. They allow you to be present without being responsible for how others feel. That distinction changes everything. Here is the core truth. You are responsible for your behavior, not other people's emotional reaction to it. When you confuse responsibility with obligation, boundaries disappear. Boundaries exist to clarify where your responsibility ends. Without that clarity, self respect cannot grow. Every time you say yes when you mean no, explain when you don't need to, or tolerate disrespect to avoid tension, you teach your nervous system that your needs are negotiable. Over time, your system stops trusting you. This is why weak boundaries often show up alongside anxiety, indecision, and low confidence. Your system doesn't feel safe because you keep overriding its signals. Let's make this practical. Emotional boundaries begin with awareness of internal cues. Tightness in the chest, irritation, fatigue, resentment, withdrawal. These are boundary signals. They are not emotions to suppress, they are information. Today, your job is to stop judging these signals and start listening to them. When your body reacts, it is telling you something important. Ignoring that information is how self respect erodes. Honoring it is how self respect is built. The next step is differentiation. You must separate what belongs to you from what belongs to others. Ask yourself this simple question when emotions arise: is this mine to carry? If the answer is no, your job is not to fix, soothe, or explain. Your job is to remain grounded and regulated while allowing others to have their experience. This does not make you cold, it makes you clear, and clarity is kindness. Resentment is not. Boundaries are not created through confrontation. They are created through consistency. You don't need to announce your boundaries. You need to enforce them quietly through behavior. Saying no once is not a boundary. Repeating no without guilt is a boundary. Leaving when a line is crossed is a boundary. Changing your availability is a boundary. Boundaries are communicated through action, not justification. Self-respect grows every time you choose alignment over approval. That choice will feel uncomfortable at first because your nervous system may associate self-assertion with danger. Expect that discomfort. It is not a sign you are wrong. It is a sign you are early. Regulation allows you to hold that discomfort without collapsing back into old patterns. Breathe slower, ground your body, speak less, not more. Over-explaining is a boundary leak. Here is the practical reframe. Boundaries are not about controlling others, they are about controlling access to you. Your time, energy, emotional labor, and attention are resources. If you don't manage them intentionally, others will consume them unintentionally. This is not malicious, it is human. People respond to what is available. When everything is available, nothing is valued, including you. Now let's move into immediate application. Today, you are going to practice one clean boundary in real life, not a dramatic one, a simple one. Choose a situation where you typically override yourself. It could be responding immediately to messages, agreeing to something you don't want to do, or absorbing someone else's stress. When the moment arises, pause. Feel the urge to comply. Do nothing for 5 seconds. Then choose the response that respects your internal signal. That may be a delayed response, a short answer, or a clear no. The result doesn't matter as much as the act of honoring yourself. That is how self-respect is built. Over time, boundaries create emotional stability. You stop being reactive. You stop resenting people silently. You stop leaking energy. You become calmer, clearer, and more grounded. And people feel it. Strong boundaries don't push people away. They reorganize relationships around respect. Some relationships deepen, others fade. Both outcomes are information, not failure. Self-respect is not loud, it's quiet consistency. It's choosing yourself even when no one claps. And once your nervous system learns that you will protect your energy, confidence rises naturally. Boundaries are not the opposite of love. They are the structure that allows love to exist without self-betrayal.